Now, Mr. Choice, I understand that you have been charged with two warrants in this matter. The first is a charge of murder. The second, a charge of possession of a weapon during a violent crime. The murder warrant alleges that on June the 19th, this past Saturday, that you shot the victim in this case, Ms. Brown, and she was struck in the head at least one time, and she was pronounced dead inside the vehicle that she was in. You exited the vehicle and left the scene on foot. The firearm was discarded and later located by the police. You were identified by a number of witnesses who had a description of you and provided statements to the police that arrived on the scene. The handgun was recovered along the path which you had fled, and the incident occurred on Jenkins Street near Anderson Road within the city limits of Green. And the weapons charge simply adds that this was a weapon that was possessed by you during the commission of a violent crime. Now, as I understand it, you've been offered a preliminary hearing, and I think you gave her the information. I'll understand further that you made application for an attorney through the public defender's office. Is that correct? All right. Are you currently working? And I take it a large number of these folks here in the courtroom are family members. Is that correct? Y'all want to hear from Ms. Brown?
I'm Tyjalen's mother.
Very good. Well, we're glad to have you folks here. I know it's for both sides. It's been a rough situation for everybody when something like this happens. I used to work for many years in the solicitor's office before I became the municipal judge, and worked quite frequently with families of victims of all kinds. And I hope y'all have been given information about contacting the victim witness unit up in the solicitor's office at the county courthouse, and they will provide assistance and help for y'all up there if you'll get in touch with them. You may have already been contacted by our victim witness office, which is part of the police department, and they can certainly provide some in the interim until the solicitor's office really gets the case and takes hold of it. And Detective Ferris can provide you with those ladies down at the city police department who are victim witness advocates, and get you in touch with them, and then she can connect you with the ones up at the courthouse as well. Now, Mr. Choice, you say you're not working currently. Have you worked in the past?
Yes, sir.
How much education did you have?
11th grade.
11th grade. All right. So are you currently under the supervision of any physician or counselor or anything like that? Take any kind of medication for any kind of mental health issues or anything?
Yes, sir.
You do? Okay. But I mean, who do you go to get those prescriptions?
I was prescribed from Prisma Health.
I'm sorry?
I was prescribed from Prisma Health.
Oh, by Prisma, so you have a physician over there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I told folks before y'all came in, you're not going to be able to have me set a bond. The law in South Carolina as such is that you, by this charge, are subjected to the possibility of a life sentence in prison, and for that reason, it's beyond my jurisdiction. So you'll have to be taken up to the state court when the solicitor's office and your attorney have scheduled the hearing for a bond to be set, and they'll have a bond hearing in state court for you. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you understand further that you have absolute right to an attorney, an absolute right to a jury trial in this matter, and that if you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you before any case is heard. You understand that? Further, I hope you've been advised and would tell you you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law if you give any kind of statement. If you choose not to answer questions, that's your right, and you can have your attorney present at any time when you are questioned. You understand that? All right, so well, I'm going to defer bond to the circuit court for the purpose of these charges and anything further other from the city as far as Detective Harris.
No, Your Honor.
All right, so well, I appreciate your attendance as well, and as a result of what has occurred here today, I'm going to bind you over to the custody of the sheriff until such time as you are released by a circuit court judge. So if you'll step back in the back with him, that'll take you over. You have a question, ma'am?
I was going to make a statement.
All right, folks, well, thank y'all very much for appearing, and I'm sure that the solicitor's office and the victim witness office will be in touch with y'all